What is up, everyone, and welcome back to yet another episode of Fire Emblem Three Houses. In the last episode, we took on Chapter 2 of this game. In this episode, we're going to be taking on Chapter 3. But before we do that, I did do a little bit of grinding off in the past week because there wasn't really anything else to do. So I did the extra battle for this past week. So everybody's pretty much up to level 5 except for Leone. Leone's still level 3. But we should be able to get everybody else class changed. So, anyways, and I did say this in the last episode, towards the end of the last episode, we can't really get Byleth supports until like it happens on their own. But we finally got one just now, which is with the Ignat. So let's see how it goes. How are we doing, Ignat? You doing all right? You doing all right?
Okay, I've decided on the composition.
Composition?
That's right, the composition for my next paint. Wait, Professor? How long have you been standing there? You haven't been watching me, have you?
Only for the past like 30 minutes.
No, I misspoke. Did I say painting? I meant to say... Well, I've thought for a while that it might be nice to paint the scenery here. The contours of that tree, set against the stark shapes of the faraway peaks. Of course, I only paint after I've finished my chores. I'd never put my art before my responsibilities. My studies are paramount. I shall always uphold my duties as a student of the Officers' Academy. Whereas art is... a hobby of mine, you might say. Everyone has hobbies, right? I'm sure you have one.
Nothing comes to mind.
Oh, well, perhaps it's different for you, Professor. But it's perfectly normal for people to have hobbies. Reading, for instance, or fishing, or taking midday naps. For me, it's making art.
If I take a midday nap, I'm sleeping all day.
Hobbies are helpful.
And that's facts.
They're a good way of relieving stress. You might consider taking up a hobby, Professor. Anything to clear your mind. Think about it. It's much easier to focus if you're feeling refreshed. There isn't a rule against hobbies, is there? If you tell me to stop, I'll stop. I shall never again put brush to canvas.
Paint as much as you'd like.
Really? It's okay for me to paint? Well, I mean, if you're sure. But really, it's nothing more than a little diversion, a frivolous pastime. I think I ought to go back to my quarters now, if it's all the same to you.
Alrighty. Alrighty. We got another one with Claude.
Hey, Teach. I see you're as stony-faced as usual. I can't tell if you're feeling resigned or if you're just lost in thought. Or maybe you simply don't care about anything that's going on. Oh, sorry. I really didn't mean to be rude. I just find you fascinating. Actually, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Can you spare some time? That's just the sort of attitude I'd expect from a new teacher. Speaking of, before you came here, you were a mercenary, right? Always getting your hands dirty on the battlefield and whatnot? It's a bit unusual that you suddenly decided to become a teacher one day. In any case, I've been meaning to ask, did your father teach you how to fight? I figured. Your father used to lead the knights, didn't he? And I hear he was a legendary mercenary as well. It must have been hard on your mother when you followed in your father's footsteps and became a mercenary too. I see. I suppose you grew up moving from battlefield to battlefield with your father then. You know, for someone who's right around the same age as me, you certainly have an unusual amount of composure. I guess it's only natural that you'd be different from young nobles who grew up in the lap of luxury. Well, even so, I am heir to House Regan, the leading family of the Alliance. But I didn't exactly grow up in luxury like most people of noble blood. Hey, maybe that's why you and I get along so well. Folks like us should stick together. As house leader, I'll do all I can to help you out. We can start by making time for more little chats like this.
I would not mind that, Claude. Hell yeah. Okay. We do have one more, and that's gonna be with Lorenz.
Professor, I understand that you were looking to speak with me. Perhaps you would like some insight on how to write your next lecture? While I do have a great many ideas, it would be inappropriate to... Oh, am I mistaken? If that's the case, then what can I do for you? The ladies have complained? To you? About me? Preposterous. There must be some mistake. I am the heir of the noble House Gloucester. It is bred in me to treat all people with respect. Rest assured, you will not find anyone more upstanding than yours truly. Perhaps the issue is that the splendor of my noble presence is driving the ladies to distraction. If that is the crime, I do confess. I hope I've not troubled the ladies' hearts unduly. Outrageous! That's absurd! Who would dare to allege such slander? Of all the... Well, I suppose I have offered several of them the honor of dining with me. It is impossible to tell if even the most well-bred young lady is a suitable companion for me, merely by the sight of her. So, in order for us to get to know each other properly, it is appropriate that we dine together. Thus far, they have all declined, oddly enough. For some reason, they seem to be exercising some form of restraint when speaking with me.
Damn.
I would never insist, of course, but I will admit I have, on occasion, after a day's pause, issued repeat invitations, in the fashion and style of a gentleman.
It is the problem.
What? Ridiculous! Dinner invitations from me a problem? The very idea. I am a perfect gentleman, the son of a noble line. I've a wit like a rapier, and it takes but a glance to see that I'm gorgeous. No, I cannot believe such a thing. Are you sure this isn't the result of some sort of scheme? It cannot be otherwise. Someone has clearly devised a conspiracy against me. Someone who envies my position, who seeks to soil my sterling reputation with foul rumors. Please, Professor, it is beneath you to fall victim to such petty and obscene tactics. I implore you to take greater care in the future. Now, if you will excuse me, I have a great deal of work to do. Farewell.
Damn. Palace just like, this kid. Okay. Sylvain. Oh. Okay, I didn't expect to get Sylvain's also.
You think
But all
I'd
right.
cheat? On you, baby? Never. Come on. You should know me better than that. You're the only one for me. I swear. Hey, if you don't believe me, well... Oh, I get it. If I'm not your type, do you want me to introduce you to some other guys who have crests? They're all nobles, just like me.
What? That isn't why I'm... You're worse than I thought.
I just want you to be happy. You know, get what you're after. I hate seeing a girl cry, especially one as beautiful as you. So, you know, maybe we...
Runs away.
So, Professor, do you enjoy spying on people? You look like you've got something to say, so say it.
You're a jerk.
Hey, that was between me and her, not you. But you know how it is. Most relationships, they end in heartbreak. Anyway, I don't know why she's so upset about me dating other girls. She didn't care before she found out, so why does she care now? I really do hate seeing a girl cry.
It's a fact.
Come on, it's hard on me too. If only I had someone to comfort me. Professor, it's okay if you want to console me. I happen to have some exquisite tea back in my quarters. You could come by and we could chat about love.
No.
Calm down, it was only a joke. You've really got no sense of humor, you know that?
Wow. All right.
Can't argue with results, can you?
My efforts have borne fruit.
I get it.
It's the other girl's birthday. Alrighty. So, oh, we do have a couple more supports here. Lorenz and Hilda, they have one. Okay. Before that, though, I do want to. There we go. Marianne. Definitely gonna make you a monk. No reason to make you into a Myrmidon. We could make you into a Myrmidon, but I mean, honestly, when you think about it, I could. Whenever I get her, well, I mean, whenever I get that 11, so I could make her into a Myrmidon and give her, and she'd be freaking amazing. But we're gonna switch her to monk for now, since she doesn't have 11 sword at this time, and she wouldn't really benefit from it. So we have tons of monks. We'll make Sylvain. Yeah, we can make. Nah, actually, Sylvain's not even maxed out. Hasn't even maxed out his current class right now, or yet. Let's switch to Lorenz. Let's actually make Lorenz a soldier.
Was there?
Okay. I think for this one, I kind of want to do a seminar for this one. Okay. Oh yes. Actually, I'm gonna do this. Because the closer we get Marianne to that C rank, the better it will be whenever we can get that 11 sword.
Better than before.
Okay, Claude. Give some more benefits in Axe here. There we go. Diamond Axe.
Surprised I have such power.
Lorenz. You are a soldier. But I will still bring up your magic a little bit. Because I will switch you into a magic user eventually. I just figured I shouldn't right now, since we have plenty of magic users. Marianne, you are almost at that C rank. Hopefully get you there. Perfect. Here we go. There we go. Perfect. C rank.
I think it's coming along.
Okay. That's really all I wanted.
Maybe.
Sylvain is a soldier right now. Bring up your swords a little bit.
I wish. I'm getting the hang of it. Oh,
There we go.
nope.
Nice. We can keep the same tasks, so let's just begin the lecture.
Hey there,
I don't really care what you do. I'm not gonna ever use you. Never gonna use Anna in battle because there's really no point. Especially since Anna can't support with anybody, so there's no point even using her at all. She's just there.
Yeah, I've got this down.
Not as hard as I thought.
Better than before.
I think I've got the hang of it.
Close counter, nice.
Got a grasp on this.
It's all becoming clearer.
There we go. Oh yeah, we have to support with Leonia and Hilda. I've used him before as a magic user and he was great. His stats may not be the best right now, but later on, he's gonna get there.
do I have to organize the library? I'll get in trouble if it's not done, and I can't think of anyone who'd do it for me. Since no one else is around, though, time for a little break. What are those sounds? Ha! Yeah! Leonie, always at it. How exhausting that must be. What's this?
Hey, what are you doing? That's mine.
If you leave it lying on the ground, people will think it's trash.
I usually wear it around my neck, but I put it down while I'm training so I don't get sweat all over it.
Well, people won't know that, will they? You should have just left it in your room.
It's a good luck charm. If I don't keep it close by, then what's the point?
How stubborn of you. I will say it looks to be a very well-loved charm.
Captain Gerald gave it to me when I was a kid.
If it's that important to you, you should wash it. Then again, I suppose it is made of wood. Have you considered coating it with resin? That would preserve it nicely. You could even accessorize it, make it look cute.
Thanks, but Captain Gerald made it especially for me. I'd really rather keep it just as it is.
Well, if that's how you feel, I won't argue with you. Me personally, I'd choose a cute necklace over a dirty old charm any day.
I'm sure you would. Captain Gerald didn't treat me as some young girl. He treated me like a person who mattered and equal. He taught me everything. I don't want to forget his teachings, so I'm going to keep this charm just the way it is.
Huh, what do you know?
Alright. Probably gonna be the worst decision I'm making right now, but you gotta try different things. A biosteel axe. And I'll give you a bow, so you can start grinding up on that. Okay. Other than that, we should be good now. Honorary. There you go. This should be good. Everybody's good now. I sure hope so. Okay. So let's actually do another seminar here. Actually, no, you know what? Let's actually rest. Because it'll bring up everybody's motivation. It should be fine. Okay. Mission time. The Magdrid ambushed. Your house must help to Knights of Sarah suppress the Natos of rebellion at Castle Gaspard. Though you are not told to expect combat, to deep fog at magic. Okay. Here we go.
It really is an honor to accompany Catherine, wielder of Thunderbrand. I hear you're intimidating enough to silence the howling winds.
You mean you don't know? My weapon is called Thunderbrand. It's one of the hero's relics. A long, long time ago, the goddess bestowed divine weapons upon 10 heroes, which were passed down to their descendants. It's an honor to wield, but I'm afraid there won't be any chance for that today. Our mission is to help clean up the aftermath, not to fight.
Why would Lord Lonato incite such a reckless rebellion? He had to have known he had no chance of winning.
It all goes back to the tragedy of Dusker.
It happened about 4 years ago. The king of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus was murdered by the people of Dusker. That about covers it, right?
To put it simply, yes. But there's more to that story. They had accomplices within the kingdom as well. Lord Lenato's son, Kristoff, was one of them, and so he was handed over to the church for execution. King Lambert was attempting a major political reform. Needless to say, he had many enemies. Whatever the truth behind that incident may be, Lord Lenato has harbored resentment toward the church ever since. Well, to be more specific, his grudge isn't only against the church. It's also against the one who turned Kristoff over to them.
Report! The enemy is approaching. They can't be avoided. Their numbers are far greater than we predicted. They used the fog to slip past the Knight's perimeter.
It looks like our mission just changed, Professor. Everyone, prepare for battle!
Okay, so I know this is a fog area, so we're definitely gonna want to let's go to the battalion. Let's replenish our stuff. We're gonna want a whole bunch of torches because they're gonna be really helpful here.
Thanks a bunch.
Okay, not gonna buy any more than that.
With this fog, it's impossible to tell where the enemy might be, or how many of them there are. The enemy could be trying to surround us, but they shouldn't have enough soldiers to form a tight circle. Take down anyone who breaks through the fog, and let's push through!
The conditions are the same for both sides, but we're at a disadvantage for not knowing the terrain.
All right.
Proceed with caution. Wait for them to enter your field of view.
Okay, that's fine.
Stay
So
focused.
what I want to do is going to go ahead and just throw Violet in the middle because Violet can literally hold her own. She's perfectly fine. Use that. Plot I'll come by with Violet here.
Lord Lenato doesn't deserve such sadness and anger. Now it's your turn to suffer.
It's good to know where your enemies are at. I know if we don't let these guys die, we get something out of it, but I'm not really going to stress too much about that. Okay. I want to give the kill to Leone here. There we go, because Leone's almost at the level 5. Look at that, 10 times 2. I'm telling you, Ignace is good as is a good magic user. He's great. Okay, finish it off with Hilda. There we go. Nice. Got another level. Nice. Here we go. And the level 4 Hilda.
I won't let you anywhere near Lord Lenato.
If we get rid of this guy,
No hesitation.
that get rid of all the fog.
It's over.
Double crit. Oh my god.
It's you. Thunderstrike Cassandra. It was your wretched zealotry that killed my son.
The only name I answer to is Catherine. Prepare to taste the blade of one who serves the goddess. Now you face a knight of Theros!
There we go.
The fog is cleared. There's nothing left to hide you or the filthy Central Church from the judgment of the goddess.
This was easier for Leone to get to kill. If your allies attack, they don't get experience. They just take up the experience that you could have gotten for your characters. 12 times 2, not bad. And a level up for Sylvain.
The nobles start the war, but it's the commoners who spill their blood first.
Get some Blizzard action here. Bam! That crit. Oh my god, Ignatz. And a level for Ignatz. Catherine's gonna fucking kill it. Legit. Catherine's gonna take the kill from us. Because we got that level up for Leone. Alright, can't move anybody else. Damn it, Catherine! It's like Catherine doesn't want us to freaking...
You have been deceived by that witch. I will show you the truth.
Okay, get that Knight Kneeler. So let's actually give it to Claude.
That vile woman. Christoph, forgive me.
Nice. And a level up for Claude.
I never thought I'd see Lonato meet this fate. Well done, everyone. Let's gather our troops and go.
Nice. 11 turns, not bad. And Ignatz, definitely. Ignatz literally got all those freaking crits. Legit. All the crits.
Thank you so much.
Nice work, Teach. Still, that fight left a foul taste in my mouth. That aside, did you see how Catherine fought? Agreed. I thought the power of the hero's relics must be exaggerated, but I was clearly wrong. Makes you wonder about that legend. Oh, it's nothing. Just the usual fanciful nonsense. An ancient relic that once cut a mountain in half with a single swing. That's what they say, anyway. But as amazing as Thunderbrand is, I don't think it fits that description. Apparently, relics can harness tremendous power for those with a compatible crest. Though you can technically use one so long as you have any crest at all. Yeah, I don't know. Long story short, I'd like to try cutting a mountain in half someday.
Ooh, are you talking about relics? You'll be able to use one soon, Claude. I just know it. After all, you've already been selected as the next head of House Regan.
Easy there, Hilda. I don't know how apt soon is. My grandfather is still unbearably healthy. Oh, is this news to you, Teach? Yours truly was recently recognized as a legitimate child of House Regan. They possess one of the hero's relics too, though I've yet to see it. I officially joined House Regan only last year. Before then, I lived with my father. When I learned that my mother was the daughter of an Alliance noble, I was so surprised I thought the whole world was pulling a fast one on me for a week.
So that means your mother is Duke Regan's daughter, right? Where is she now?
I can't say. My mother's currently living in a different world than the one she grew up in and has no desire to return home.
Okay. You sure have a lot of secrets, don't you?
I'm just keeping a promise to my parents. Make of that whatever you will. In exchange for my so-called secrecy, I'm free to do as I please. Which is why I decided to see what the other side of my family was like. That's how I found out about this strange crest I bear.
Professor, Claude, it sounds like the troops will be withdrawing soon. We should return as well.
We won. We should be celebrating. Instead, we're heading back with heavy hearts.
Whoa there, what's the matter? You look as sad as a kitten without any yarn. If we hadn't done what we did, the rebel army would have followed this road all the way to the monastery. And they would have crushed all the little villages along the way. We stopped that from happening. You should be proud.
Sorry to intrude, but this incident may be more serious than anticipated. I found this on Lord Lenato. It's a note that mentions a plan to assassinate Lady Rhea. We can't tell who sent it, so the source is suspect, but the content is too disturbing to ignore. We must report this to Lady Rhea right away. I hope that it's nothing.
I am glad to see that you have returned safely. The goddess is gracious with her divine protection. But it was not only her divine protection that shielded you, was it? You are just as skilled as I had hoped. I am not so sure. I heard some of the students were hesitant about fighting militia. However, we must punish any sinner who may inflict harm upon believers, even if those sinners are civilians. I pray the students learned a valuable lesson about the fate that awaits all who are foolish enough to point their blades towards the heavens.
Our real concern is what Catherine reported. The secret message that was in Lord Lenato's possession. It contained a deplorable plot to target the Archbishop on the day of the goddess's rite of rebirth. The plan seems unrealistic at best, but a threat is a threat. We must maintain constant vigilance. To that end, I would like for you and your students to help with security on the day of the ritual.
That is most reassuring. You have my gratitude.
The rite of rebirth is of paramount importance. It is when the Church of Seros and its believers unite to pray for the return of the goddess. The Archbishop and I will be confined to the Goddess Tower once the ritual begins. Of course, the Knights will be on high alert as well, but there aren't enough of them to keep watch on every corner of the monastery. It is far from ideal to be forced to mobilize students, but the gravity of this situation requires that we all bend to avoid breaking.
While there is no need to fear for my safety, we cannot turn a blind eye to those who would blaspheme so heinously.
With any luck, this will all be for naught. Still, be on your guard.
Part 1. White Clouds. Blue Sea Moon. The Goddess's Rite of Rebirth. As the sun grows stronger and the nights grow ever shorter, the Blue Sea Star returns to the sky once more. Believed to be the goddess's home, her followers look to the star and commence celebrations of her rebirth. On the grounds of Garrig Mach Monastery, a grand ceremony is held in honor of this much-anticipated event. Every true follower of the Church of Seros is sure to be in attendance.
All right, with that, we start the Blue Sea Moon.
Okay, so our task this moon is to patrol and guard the monastery in support of the Knights, who are busy trying to stop an assassination plot. Here's the thing. I don't think the bad guys are really trying to assassinate the Archbishop. Precisely. That secret note with the assassination plot on it, there's just no way that was real. People don't just carry around secret notes. Someone wanted us to find it.
You really think the assassination plot is just a distraction?
Oh yeah, that makes complete sense. But then, what are they really after?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be so worried. let's see. It probably involves somewhere that will be empty during the rite of rebirth, yeah?
Since the ceremony is at the Goddess Tower, it follows that everywhere else at the Academy will be severely understaffed.
Do you think they're after the church's donation money? I hear noble families tend to donate quite generously.
My bet's on the dining hall. It's a treasure trove of delicious food. Makes me angry just thinking about them getting their grubby hands on it.
Let's split up and look around. I'll keep an eye on the reception hall.
You should get in some training if you have the time, Hilda. There's a good chance we'll have to fight.
Well, I'm not the only one who needs to train here. It's not right to single me out like that.
A secret meeting, Professor? Oh, we haven't been introduced. I am Shamir.
Shamir is one of the Knights of Seros, and that little go-getter there is...
I work for Lady Rhea, and I'm Shamir's apprentice. Oh, the name's Cyril. Yep, I help Lady Rhea with all kinds of stuff. I've got to protect Lady Rhea, so that's why I've got to learn all I can from Shamir.
Cyril adores Rhea. That aside, if you need anything, ask.
Alright, all we can do is just explore, so. But before we do that, let us buy a beginner seal for our girl Leonie here. Miradon might be the way to go. So we're gonna do that.
All that hard work's paid off.
Okay. I just need to give her a sword. She'd be good with a sword. I can feel it. I can feel it.
To figure out our foe's intentions, we need information. Lots of it. Well, for now, try going around the monastery and looking for suspicious locations. You should also try chatting folks up to see if they know anything. Once we've got things narrowed down, let's meet up and compare notes.
Alrighty.
Can I ask you a favor?
I don't know who's to blame for all this commotion, but it's frankly a huge inconvenience. With everyone stuck on guard duty, our study and training time has been drastically reduced. Indeed. For now, let's do all we can to find and dispose of our enemy.
It seems there were forces opposing the church, beyond Lord Lonato. I never thought such forces could exist in this world. I suppose that may be true.
I've been in town procuring some supplies for Flame. No, but do not concern yourself for my safety. I am very much stronger than I appear. I have something to ask of you.
Setting fire to the stables to distract everyone, to cause a commotion. It is the oldest trick in the book, but I cannot shake the thought that our enemies may attempt it. I will stand guard and watch over the stable, and the knight's horses. They are truly magnificent. Please, do me a favor.
Oh, hey, Professor. I was just reading this letter from my father. Do you know him? He's a pretty big deal in the Empire. He only writes to ask how my training's going, or how many monsters I've killed. Stuff like that. Hey, I got a favor to ask.
You know what this room is. It is the church's treasure vault. I say treasure, but I do not mean silver and gold and jewels. It mostly contains weapons, artifacts, and the like. Anything that would cause too great a stir, should it be stolen? No. The church knows better than to store anything too valuable in such an accessible location.
Okay. I try to hold back when I'm swinging a weapon, but sometimes I misjudge my own strength. I've broken so many weapons this way. Is there anything I can do to remedy this? I'm Dimitri. Have great love for us to see, but Garamond has too much distance from it. I am needing to be inside the water soon. What is the best place for swimming?
Monastery's so big. how can we narrow down the list of possible targets? The only places I can think of are the vault and the library, and I guess that's it.
Professor, I am afraid I have acted a bit childishly toward my brother recently. Given the circumstances, I requested that he provide me with some candies. Silly of me, really. The timing was improper, and I regret it very much now. Oh, but more importantly, this place is off limits, Professor. It is only open to the public on the day of the goddess's rite of rebirth.
On the day of the rite, the monastery will be open to the public, including the Holy Mausoleum. The Holy Mausoleum is where the tomb of the divine Seros lies. There she slumbers, eternally. That's pretty much all that's in there. Just an ancient coffin. It's sealed with a powerful magic to protect against would-be grave robbers.
Okay.
Have you visited the Goddess Tower? It's a sacred place used for rituals and the like. In general, students aren't allowed entry. But as you'd expect, that rule just excites their curiosity. Some have even tried sneaking in. Well, at least for this month, that kind of behavior is totally unthinkable. We have a lot more security, what with the goddess's rite of rebirth coming up.
Let's do it.
Practice yields results.
Alright, cool. Sure. I need to do this anyway.
How do you like that? How do you like that? Another one down.
Oh, we lost it? Damn, we lost it by a little bit, whatever.
I'm glad I asked you.
That's fine.
Something in the monastery that someone might go after? There's so much here, I couldn't possibly name just one. Even this here kitchen contains precious wares, wine bottles from centuries past and the like. I hear that stuff is fancy, but not very drinkable. I doubt anyone would go to the trouble of stealing it.
What's the matter? You're running all over creation. Ah, you don't believe Lady Rhea is the real target, do you? Even so, the Knights have their orders. We can't abandon our duty to guard Lady Rhea. The goddess's rite of rebirth is an important event for the Church of Seros. They say it's the day when the goddess will return to walk among us. Not too likely, if you ask me. Best if you keep that to yourself.
Are we really? If so,
Oh, my bad.
I doubt anything will come of this. It is all probably just some sort of distasteful joke. I find it highly unlikely that anyone would be foolish enough to barge in here and cause a disturbance. How kind.
I will have to repay you sometime.
No, that's unlocked.
It would be terrible if the greenhouse was targeted. The plants in here are incredibly valuable. This place contains the heart of Garrett Mock's 995-year history. So many beautiful flowers, plants that can save or end lives. They are all my precious children.
There are numerous books in this library that you cannot find anywhere else. But once you are here, you can read them easily enough. I doubt someone would go to the trouble of stealing one. Sometimes Seteth will dispose of books that are deemed inappropriate for the monastery, but that's about it. In a way, I suppose that makes those particular volumes more valuable, right?
Seems like donations to the monastery aren't actually kept here. That means the enemy isn't likely to be interested in money.
We should turn our attention elsewhere. Then again, I guess some of the plants in the greenhouse could sell for a lot. But that can't really be it, can it?
No.
Thanks. That was a big help. Something the church values above all else. And on the day of the rite, it'll be open to the public, making it easier than ever to get inside. That's gotta be it, right? Bullseye. We don't know the enemy's intentions, not yet. But our best bet is that their target will be the Holy Mausoleum.
Okay.
I bet the enemy is using this assassination nonsense just to sneak in and raid the pantry. What do you think, Professor?
You may be right. Sure, just make him happy.
Right, all right. My animal instinct is telling me that the enemy is after our best meats.
So we do have a few supports. Let's go ahead and do them right now.
Ah! Claude, why didn't you say anything?
You were praying so fervently, I didn't want to interrupt.
I appreciate the sentiment, but I wasn't praying.
No? What then?
I was just thinking about the goddess.
Were you now? Fascinating. Please, go on.
Not here. Let's go somewhere else.
So, you were pondering the existence of the goddess then?
Yes. All right, consider this. The archives here have all kinds of texts about the goddess, right? But when people tell stories of the goddess, it's only myths and legends that glorify her.
They probably hope to rake in more followers by glorifying the goddess as much as possible. That would be why the church tends to quietly shove all of their more questionable records under some secret rug somewhere.
Claude, don't put words in my mouth. That's not what I said. I was just wondering what the goddess looks like. That's the kind of thing I like to think about.
What the goddess looks like? Well, I suppose if she really exists, she probably looks a lot like us. In fact, she probably wouldn't be so different from that old woman working here in the dining hall.
What? Claude, please stop. The goddess I imagine is absolutely beautiful.
How rude of you, Ignatz. I'm sure that old woman was lovely back in her day.
Alrighty. Claude and Marianne.
Claude?
Oh, Marianne. Have the gods taken pity on my lost soul and revealed a sign to me? I've been researching the 10 elites of Fodlan, but I can't tell fact from fiction. Anyhow, what can I help you with?
Well, I found this pendant, and I think it's yours.
Ah, right you are. Yeah, honestly, I'd resigned myself to never seeing it again. It's a keepsake from my uncle, who has passed on. If I truly lost it, my grandfather would have had my head. Thanks for returning it to me, Marianne. You saved my tail.
Please, it was nothing. I should be...
No, I think that's enough researching for today. Why don't you join me for a nice chat?
I just came to deliver the pendant.
Sounds awfully lonely to only talk to those whom you have business with. Do you really dislike talking to people that much?
It's just... I never know what to say. I'm sorry.
No need to apologize. We'll figure it out as we go. Tell me, are you like this with your father too? Within the Alliance, Margrave Edmund is prone to debate. With a father like that,
Margrave Edmund is my adoptive father.
Oh, is he? I didn't know. Where were you born?
That is none of your concern. I really must be going.
She's hiding something, that much is clear. But that just makes me all the more desperate to know her secrets.
Alrighty. Claude and Leonie.
A little closer.
Hey, Leonie, what are you up to?
Oh, come on. What'd you do that for? Look, you ran my quarry off.
You were hunting? Ooh, is the dining hall that short on food supplies?
No, but I like to hunt every now and again. Keep my skills sharp.
I suppose so. You're from a family of hunters, right? Well,
True. Not many hunters around the monastery, huh?
My apologies. I don't mean to cut off Claude. Or anybody, really.
Rivers full of fish, trees bursting with fruit, mushrooms ready to harvest all over. It's the kind of place where you can really be self-sufficient. Guess we can thank the goddess for that.
I don't know. I'm more inclined to thank the bountiful earth than the goddess for such things. The goddess may offer spiritual guidance, but she doesn't fill our bellies, that's for sure.
Not a very noble-sounding thing, to disregard the goddess and honor the land.
Leonie, whose grace do you suppose humans live by? The goddess? The nobility? I'd say it's neither. It's the endless bounty of this magnificent land that gives us life.
Won't hear me deny it. But who's to say it isn't the goddess whose protection makes nature thrive? I'm not the most devout person, but I'm not about to go around saying we don't need the goddess at all.
I said she gives spiritual support, didn't I? I wouldn't go so far as to say she's wholly unnecessary. But in Elmira, Dagda, Bridget, and plenty of other places, they don't believe in the goddess. Nature is a blessing that knows nothing of borders. The goddess is the goddess, and the earth is the earth. They should both be revered for what they are. Look, this is just my personal opinion. If you truly believe that everything depends on the goddess of Seros, that's your...
Hey, it's fine. You don't have to worry about me. I'm a believer, but I know there are those who aren't. And I kind of like your way of thinking. Giving thanks to nature and all. It makes sense.
I knew a wild girl like you would be able to get behind an idea like that.
What? Like I'm feral or something?
Hey, you know, this kind of talk could be viewed as heresy.
Yeah, probably. We'll just have to keep it to ourselves.
Alrighty, Lorenz and Hilda.
Ah, Lawrence. At it again.
Hello, Hilda. Are you training too? If that's the case, I may have to revise my opinion of you. Increased strength and skill would serve as perfect complements to your beauty and esteemed lineage.
No, I just left something here. I don't share your tireless work ethic. You're quite something. I don't think I've ever seen you take a break.
When the fate of all the Alliance rests on your shoulders, the rigors of training seem paltry by comparison. Besides, when my admirers see that even an individual of my talent possesses a diligent work ethic, it is sure to inspire them.
I see, but I was wondering... Never mind, you're clearly busy.
Oh, is there something you require? What do you need? There is nothing I cannot handle.
Well, the trouble is, I'm no good at fighting. I'm a fragile young lady, not a fearsome warrior. I didn't even want to join the academy, honestly. My brother made me.
Of course. For a delicate flower such as yourself, no doubt battle must present a terrible hardship.
It does. It truly does. So I was wondering if, in the next training session, you do my fighting for me? I mean, I can put on a tough, I'm actually fighting kind of air, but that's not quite enough on its own.
Please, leave all of the difficulty to me. I shall permit no harm to befall you.
Ah, I'm so happy. In that case, I'll focus on giving a convincingly soldierly performance. You know, Lawrence, you're a good guy. Not that I'd have expected anything less from a noble.
With each of your foes that I vanquish, I shall only become ever stronger. Yes, leave it all to me.
What a guy. And all I had to do was ask. Maybe I'll have a snack.
Alrighty. We have quite a few more to do. So you know what we're gonna do actually? We're going to do Leone and we also do let's do Mary Ann. I don't know if we've had a meal with Mary Ann. Or we've had support with Mary Ann.
That looks delicious. Goddess forgive me, I've just got to indulge.
I like this dish. It was my father's favorite.
There we go. And we got one with both of them now. What I was going for? Go ahead and end today's free time. Let's go ahead and do this in this instruction for this week. Let's get you to that C rank. Seraphim.
I'm getting it.
Not bad. The Scythian might be pretty good with the sword as well, so with the 11 sword. Leone, I do want you to work on swords a little bit more. At least get you to C rank. But let's go and get you to E+ on the fist.
I'm getting there.
Let's try giving Mary Ann some more magic. Damn, 3 perfects in a row. Hell yeah. Okay. Sylvain. Let's check our goals again. Just focus on Lance and Bow rather than Lance and Reason. Raffi's good. We'll go for now. We'll go and switch this out. We'll do Reason and Sword for the time being, just so we can get all that EXP into swords. At least until you get to that C rank. Marianne's pretty much good. So honestly, I could just switch her back to praying for guidance, just focusing on magic. But I do want her to learn some more stuff also, so we're going to do that. And then we'll probably switch this eventually. I don't really need her on swords anymore, since you need to be C rank to get us to use 11 sword. Hilda, you're doing great with like anything. So we'll just keep Hilda the same for now. Leone, swords and lances, not bad. And yeah, we'll do this as well. And that should be good. Begin to lecture.
Professor.
There's so much to do and never enough time in which to do it. Sleep is a nuisance, but my body forces me to slow down, even though my mind doesn't want to. Do you have any tips for shaking tired feelings away? Hot tea is always nice when you're feeling sleepy.
Gotcha.
And we got another professor level up. Hell yeah.
Professor.
Sword and Reason. No, not for right now, no. I want you to get to that C ring so you can also use 11 sword. Oh, let's go ahead and see how Marianne's doing.
Dear Goddess, I ask for guidance. Professor, I suppose you came by to pray too? I see. That's why I'm here too. nothing specific. I only call upon the goddess to give thanks, or perhaps to ask for protection. Anyhow, I should be on my way. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't really know what to say. I'm not very good at talking to people. The truth is, I didn't interact with people too often before I came here. Oh, no particular reason. I'm simply not very good at it. That's just how I am. Thank you. I'm sorry. You shouldn't waste your time worrying about me. Please, just ignore me. I, have to be going now. Goodbye, Professor.
Alrighty. That was fun. Oh, see Leonie's doing as well. Why not?
Oh, Professor, are you training too? I was just about to finish up, but if you want to join in, I can stick around a while longer. Oh no, it's fine. Just do your thing. Don't mind me. Come on, don't be shy. Phew, I'm beat, but we're finally done. I was already training when you got here, and I finished right alongside you. Guess I outlasted you, huh? Speak for yourself. I'm always looking to improve. By the way, Professor, something I wanted to ask. Are you really Captain Gerald's kid? That's a pretty detached tone to take about your own family. What's your opinion of him, then? You must look up to him, at least. It doesn't sound like you really appreciate him. You didn't even know until you came here that he used to lead the Knights of Seiros, did you? If it weren't for him, you wouldn't be half the person you are now. You probably never even thought about how lucky you are. Oh, okay, this really bothers me. Listen up. I don't care if you're the teacher and I'm the student. I'm going to outshine you. I know you were some famous mercenary before you came here, but let me tell you something. I'm going to be better than you ever were. In fact, I'll surpass you in no time at all. So don't blink. You might miss it.
When it comes to Leonie, everything's a competition. Okay. Saint Sithleen. Okay, cool. Let's do it.
It's hard to sneak out when the professor is watching.
Everyone should sing louder. It feels so good just to let it out.
It's Blaine's birthday. Yeah, let's host a tea party. Why not? I already know this works. I don't.
I am honored that you invited me. You know about my favorite tea.
Heck yeah.
I am moved. I am ever so
Let's see
grateful.
if we can get this right. Find out what she's interested in.
Have some, Professor. Huh?
When you look up to get, you'd like to receive heart-racing memories. There we go. Things that bother you. A place you like to visit. Cooking mishaps. Oh, damn. Okay. The opera.
are an interesting person, Professor. You do not seem to know much about yourself.
God damn it.
That tea was very delicious.
It's always so hard. Tea time is always so hard. It's always so hard time with a good conversation. But we still got the double support points. So
Let's do this.
Well, no.
so we're good.
Good enough.
Experience is everything.
It's starting to make sense.
Okay. Oh, Raphael too. Sure.
Whew. Oh, Professor, are you here to train? I knew it! Gotta train daily. Legs, back, chest, arms, abs. Gotta work them all, right? I just finished training, and I feel great. Check me out. Are my muscles bulging? Another day of training, and my muscles are ready to burst. Bulging muscles means strength. I have to be strong if I want to be a proper knight. And I have to eat if I want to keep training. Time to feast. Ah, way to hit me where it hurts, Professor. I know I'll be in trouble if I don't train my brain, too. Anyone who can't get tactics can't be a proper knight. It's just, I'm no good at remembering that kind of stuff. And training my brain instead of my body makes me sleepy. What if I start training twice as hard? Then I should only have to study half as much, right? You really think so? I can't let that happen. I guess I have no choice. I'll prove I can do it. Wish me luck, Professor. For my training and for my studies.
Quick and easy one right there. Wow, we actually got quite a number of supports for Byleth. It's not bad. Just cause we're gonna keep doing some more stuff. Let's see. Let's try to do this. Yeah, I think Manuel would be good.
The glory of progress.
And we learned heal, which is not bad. We can't use it, but we learned it.
I see. Not as hard as I thought.
I'm really getting the hang of this.
I get it.
Soul Blade. Okay. I mainly did that just for the swords. Just know that instruct manually. I think Lysithia will actually be really good with 11 sword as well if we can get it. That's what I'm trying to go for. Marianne, I'd love for you to get more reason.
Maybe.
Come on. There we go. Perfect. Now we're at C.
Not as hard as I thought.
Not bad.
Nope.
Put some more into that. Sylvain. Yeah, let's do Sylvain.
Wow. I thought... Alright. Hey. Wow.
Alrighty. And then once again, just bring our lecture. Sword and lance. Let's focus on lance and riding. For now, no. Actually, we could have done that since she's actually at C rank with swords now, but whatever.
Can't.
Now I see the heart of it.
A Night Kneeler and Curve Shot.
I think it's coming along.
And Blizzard. Nice.
Oh, yeah, getting the hang of it.
Helm Splitter. Not bad. Okay. And that's going to do it for this episode. In the next episode, we'll go ahead and do the rest of these supports. And we'll also do some battles in the next one, so we can get some more, a little bit more grinding in, or we might save it for next, or I don't know. We'll find out. Anyways, thank you all so very much for watching this episode of Fire Emblem 3 Houses, and I hope you all are looking forward to the next one. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button, comment down below any tips or tricks you may have for the game. It really helps me out, and it's truly appreciated. And don't forget to subscribe, become a royalty today. We'd love to have you in our community. So thank you all so very much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.